Hi everyone, welcome back to the UX Insight. I'm Lena. I work in UX and product design, mostly thinking about how people actually live with technology.
And I'm Alex. I work on the technology and systems side, AI, platforms, and how these things scale in the real world.
Today, we wanted to start with something that's still very fresh. CES 2026.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm still processing it.
Same. After CES, I always feel like my brain needs a cool down period. It's exciting, but also a little overwhelming.
Totally. You see so many demos, so many this is the future moments, and then you come back home and think, okay, but what actually changed?
Exactly. And that's what we want to talk about today. Not a full summary, but what CES 2026 signals, especially for UX.
So, Lena, if you had to describe this year's CES in one sentence, what would it be?
I'd say AI stopped talking and started acting.
That's a really good way to put it.
In previous years, AI was very verbal. It analyzed, predicted, recommended. This might be useful. You could try this.
But this year, it felt more like, I've already decided this is happening.
Exactly. And that shift from suggestion to execution is subtle, but UX-wise, it's massive.
What surprised me was how consistent that pattern was.
Yeah, it wasn't limited to one category.
Home appliances, robots, audio devices, mobility. Everywhere you looked, AI wasn't just supporting actions, it was initiating them.
Like washing machines that detect fabric types and choose the washing process on their own.
Or projectors that scan the wall, color, curvature, angle, and automatically correct the image.
And speakers that don't just play sound, but constantly adjust based on where you're sitting.
What's interesting is that none of these were marketed as, look, AI.
Right, they're just expected behavior now.
Which means AI isn't an add-on anymore. It's the logic that runs the product.
And this becomes even more obvious when we talk about robots.
Yeah, especially humanoid robots. CES and recent announcements really made that hard to ignore.
What stood out to me was how different the intentions were.
Totally. Some robots are clearly designed for industrial environments. Strong, stable, repetitive tasks.
They're built to lift heavy objects, move precisely, and work alongside machines.
And then you have robots designed for daily life.
Softer materials, slower movements, almost trying to feel emotionally safe.
And UX-wise, that difference is huge.
Because it shows that AI capability alone doesn't define the experience. Context does.
This is where I think UX really starts to change.
Yeah, because once AI starts acting on its own, UX is no longer just about accuracy.
It's about timing.
And interpretation.
And understanding what just happened.
Exactly. Even if an AI action is technically correct, it can still feel wrong to a user.
Like, why did it do that now?
CES didn't give us answers here, but it made the question very clear.
And that's why I think UX can't stay at the screen level anymore.
Yeah, we're moving beyond buttons, menus, and layouts.
UX now has to deal with things like intent, anticipation, and trust.
I like to think of it as choreography.
That's perfect. Humans, AI, and environment moving together.
And when that choreography breaks, users immediately feel uncomfortable.
So before we wrap up, Lena, I'm curious. This episode probably raised more questions than answers.
Yeah, definitely. And that's actually intentional.
Exactly. So to everyone listening, we'd really love to hear your thoughts.
When AI starts acting in the real world, making decisions, moving things, changing environments, what do you think good UX should look like?
Does it need to explain more, or should it feel invisible?
You can share your thoughts in the comments. We read them, and they often shape our next conversations.
And speaking of next conversations, in the next episode, we're taking this idea into a very specific space.
Vehicles, autonomous driving, in-car experiences, and what UX means when the system, not the human, is in control.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.
It really helps the channel, and it lets us keep having these deeper conversations about UX and AI.
Thanks for listening.
and we'll see you in the next episode.